And we are live. One of the challenges that come along with summer is the never-ending loads of laundry. And if the additional laundry is not enough, then we also have lots of stains, laundry stains. So on today's episode of Traditional Homemaker Live Q&A, we're going to talk about how to tackle some of the stains that are associated with summer. And as always, I'll answer your questions. But before we get into that, if we're just meeting, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach traditional homemaking for today's homemaker. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, subscribe and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming content. Okay, so tonight's episode of Traditional Homemaker Live is sponsored by Coldest Water. As you guys know, it's the sponsor for our Traditional Homemaker Live show. And Coldest Water has one enemy, and that is hot. Their goal is to bring you water bottles and other gear that keeps your water as cold as possible. And refillable water bottles help to shrink your environmental footprint by not having so many plastics in the landfills. It's insulated and doesn't sweat, so I don't have to worry about it putting rings on my hardwood table. So I encourage you to check out the link in the description box below from our sponsors, Coldest Water. And if you browse their website and find something you want to try out, they've also been kind enough to give us a discount code. So there, let's see, I'm going to set this where you guys can see it throughout the show. All right, so before we get into it, let me take a minute to greet some of our guests. So far I see we've got Khadija from Her Healthy Home has joined us. So hey, Khadija, how are you? And then also we have one of my most constant subscribers and viewers, Miss Congeniality. So hey, Miss C, I always appreciate it when you join us as well. So tonight we're going to talk about some of the stains that just accompany summer. And I was thinking about this because I get questions in the laundry lab about how to handle different things. And I thought tonight would be a good night for us to come back to the laundry lab. Even though we're not downstairs in my laundry lab as usual, I tried to bring everything up here that we might want to take a look at. So let me take a peek at my notes to make sure I got everything in order. So when it comes to, oh, wait, we've got one of my other friends, Flora Sweeney, has also jumped on and joined us as well. Hey, Flora. Oh, and if you're here on the replay, let me also greet you and say thank you for joining us. And I'll just go ahead and ask you on the replay right now, what are your laundry challenges? Leave us a note in the comments section as to what your laundry challenges are. And I'll get my iPad up, I thought. For some reason, there we go. Introducing. And let me get that turned off. And we'll get there. Okay. So I need to have the iPad on just in case I break away and we look at something on screen. I want to make sure that you can see it. And I can tell if you can see it when I'm looking at the iPad. If I don't see it there, then I know it's not up here. So yes. So hey, Flora Sweeney, it's good to have you with us as well. So, okay. So when it comes to treating stains, I have 3 things that I like to do when it comes to treating stains. And that is to treat, scrub, and then soak. That's how I get started with stains. I like to treat the stain as soon as possible. And then once I treat it with whatever it is, or I'll say treat it, or you can say pre-treat it, but you're treating the stain before you wash the garment. And then you're going to give it a little scrub, or you're going to give it some dabs with a sponge or a white cloth or something like that, depending upon what it is. and we'll talk about more about that in just a minute. And then you're going to soak it. And depending upon what it is, you can soak it for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Or if it's a really tough stain, you might let it soak overnight. But you're going to definitely want to treat, scrub, and then soak. And then I see we've got a couple of questions already related to removing oily stains from colors. And I think I'm going to hit on that when I talk about if you've got a grease stain or something like that. So I'll come around to that in just a minute. So if you've got a protein-based stain, something like blood, then you may need to use a little hydrogen peroxide to get that out. While if you've got a grease stain, which Flora was asking about, if you've got a grease stain, then something as simple as your dishwashing liquid, such as your Dawn dishwashing liquid and vinegar and a water combination solutions, equal parts, can help you get those things out. So that's what you can do with some of that. So I thought I would just kind of get into what are some of the questions that I've gotten, and then we can try to address those. And I've got notes all over the place in front of me, so let me just kind of find those. And here's the thing too, I was thinking about what would you want to use, and so many of you are wanting to use products that are more natural or products that you tend to have in your home already. So I thought that's how we would approach tonight's session, looking at those things that you already have at home, products that you can use to get things out with. So one of the first things that I wanted to talk about was how to get out like some of the red stains. I asked a couple of people that I saw today, so what are your laundry dilemmas when it comes to stains? And there were like 3 different people that I asked, and each of them said red stains. 2 of the ladies said red stains associated with punch and wine. And then the other lady that I approached in Walmart, she said red stains associated with like punch and juice and things like that. She had a couple little children in her cart. One looked like it was maybe 18 to 20 months old, and then maybe a toddler. So red stains associated with wine, strawberries, and those kinds of things. So when it comes to looking at the red stains, and I'll just go with wine stains at first. One of the first things you want to do is try to blot the stain with a damp cloth. Don't rub it, because that can set the stain, but try to blot it with a damp cloth to try to, absorb whatever wine stains may be left there. And then sprinkle on a little bit of table salt, and you continue this process until it's done. And then until the stain is removed, and then you throw it in the washer, and but you don't put it in the dryer until all of the stain is out. Another common red stain that people get, backing up to the wine, one of the other solutions or home solutions that people tend to use also might be carbonated water. I had dumped some coffee on myself on the plane, and the airline attendant brought me some soda water to use to help blot up the stain, not only to help address the odor, but to also address the discoloration. So soda water is also considered to be helpful for that. Now, what are the other red stains that people tend to get? Well, one of them is from pasta sauce. Now, pasta sauce isn't necessarily one of the stains of summer. We tend to think of popsicles and Kool-Aid and watermelon and strawberries and then blueberry juice. Those kind of things tend to be more like the reddish stains of summer. But pasta sauce is a real problem. And pasta sauce tends to, it's a tomato base and tends to have some oil in it. So it's a kind of a combination of oil base with some organic material in it. So your dish soap, such as your Dawn blue dish soap, and this is the one that most people try to use, but you can use some Dawn dish soap along with some vinegar, and it could just be distilled white vinegar and water, equal parts solution, and you want to pour that on the stain, and then give it a little bit of, just a little bit of a rub with either a toothbrush or with your fingers, and that should help to get the stain out. And then once you give it a little scrub, you're going to let it sit for a little bit, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes to 20 minutes, depending upon how long it's been in there. And then you're going to rinse it with cold water, and you're going to repeat this until the stain disappears. And then once the stain is gone, then you can launder the garment as usual. But now remember, don't put the garment in the dryer as long as the stain is still there, because the dryer will help. The heat of the dryer will set the stain. So you don't want to throw it in the dryer if you can avoid it. So I've got a comment here from Libby, who says she's heard that the mixture of Dawn dish soap and vinegar works well in many applications, and she's absolutely right. As a matter of fact, I've got a little solution, a little bottle here, a little jar of Dawn dishwashing liquid, vinegar, as well as water, equal parts, that I keep as a stain remover, and I just keep it in my laundry area all the time. And I have this tipped over, and I must not have had it on very tight because it's now leaking. So I'm glad I had that sitting in a basin so that it's not all over my sofa right there. But yes, and I use that for a lot of applications. I use it for muddy clothes. I'll rinse the dirt out of the clothes first of all, and then I pour that on the stain, give it a gentle scrub, and then get it out that way. Okay, so there's that. So that's wine stains and pasta sauce stains. So the other red stain of summer is a strawberry stain, and it's almost strawberry season. It's kind of like we went from spring to summer in a few days, and then now we're back to spring, and then it's going to go back to summer for the next couple of days. But strawberries should be in season pretty soon, and strawberries have a red stain. So how can you get those stains out? Well, one of the first things you want to try to do is to flush the stain with cold water. And you'll note that with many of the stains we talk about, the first thing you want to do is treat the stain. Well, how do you treat the stain? Sometimes that first treatment is flushing it with cold water. And then you can try to flush it with cold water, give it a little rub. That might be enough to get the stain out. For strawberries, you might need to mix a tablespoon of white vinegar and your liquid. So your vinegar, some of your Dawn, a tablespoon of your white vinegar, a half a teaspoon of your liquid laundry detergent, and then mix a quart of cool water, and then soak the garment in that for about 15 minutes. And then that way you get enough of the solution that it's not too sudsy or too bubbly. And then you rinse it with water. And if the stain is still there, then you can sponge the stain after that with a little bit of alcohol. And I did bring some alcohol. And you can rub it with just a little bit of rubbing alcohol. And that may prove helpful. And then launder it as usual. If the stain is still there, if the fabric is like a white fabric and it's safe to use chlorine bleach on that, then maybe you could use a little chlorine bleach or a non-chlorine color safe bleach. So someone had a question earlier about grease on colored clothes. Well, remember, your dishwashing liquid is a great degreaser, and typically that grease is some kind of a protein base, and this can help to address that. So there's that. And I thought I would try to bring you guys some information related to related to the products that you guys typically may have at home. So Khadija asks, is 80 or 90% alcohol, more effective? Rubbing alcohol, just, the rubbing alcohol that you have at home should be helpful. Whether or not one is more effective than the other, I don't know. Just whatever rubbing alcohol you have, give that a try. And then the other big stain of summer that I thought about was grass stains. I remember when I was a young mom and I was doing laundry in the summer, one of the big issues was grass stains. Well, why grass stains? Well, first of all, the kids are outside playing, that kind of thing. But the other thing, the boys played baseball. And with baseball, the uniform pants are white or a very light gray. And they're sliding into home base or first base or whatever, getting lots of little dusty colored, kind of that red dust that you get from baseball diamonds on the pants, or grass stains. So I thought grass stains would be another one that we would want to address. And when you're looking at grass stains, remember, grass is kind of a protein and organic matter combination. And so the first thing you're going to want to do, even with a grass stain, is try to soak that in cold water before you do anything else. And then you're going to have to use something to kind of help to scrub away that stain. And one of the things that you can use, again, you can use your white vinegar to put on the stain. You can use your rubbing alcohol on the stain, or you can use bleach depending upon what kind of, if it's safe for the garment that you are using. But you probably want to start with your water and your laundry detergent first to try to loosen the stain up as your pre-treatment, and then try to go with other methods. The other thing that you can try to use too for some of your stains is baking soda. That's something that you have at home. And here it is here. You can use your plain old Arm & Hammer baking soda or whatever brand it is that you purchase to make a paste to get rid of stains as well. And you make a paste with a few teaspoons of baking soda and a little warm water. And then you can use a toothbrush and you can kind of scrub that into the stain. And I thought I brought one in here. So get a toothbrush, make that little paste with the baking soda, and then just kind of scrub the stain with that. And the one thing that I don't have, which is a good stain remover, is hydrogen peroxide, particularly if you're trying to get out blood. Hydrogen peroxide is really good for that. And I didn't have any peroxide. As I recall now, when I did my decluttering in the bathroom, my peroxide was expired, and so I pitched it. So I don't have any hydrogen peroxide. But with the peroxide, what you can do, particularly for your blood, is you can pour the peroxide directly onto the stain and then blot it with the rag. And sometimes when you get blood, if you scrub it a little bit, sometimes it spreads a little bit more. But, you might want to try to blot it and blot it from the back. And if that doesn't remove the stain, you can try again a little bit of detergent and water, put that on, and then give it a little scrub, and then rinse it with cool water, and then keep doing that until the stain is removed. And then hopefully that will take care of the trick. Okay, now let's see what people are saying over here in the chat. Yolanda's here from Table for Nine. Hey there. Jesus Life Ministry is here. Hey there. So Cal said she just got a new shirt and she dropped chili on it. So Cal, when you think about chili, you look at the chili the same way you would look at pasta sauce, because it's going to have a tomato-based sauce. You're also going to have the grease in it associated with the meat, and the oil that comes in the meat, that kind of thing. So what you're going to want to do is try the combination of the vinegar, the water, and the Dawn dishwashing liquid, because that's a great degreaser and that can help you take care of that. Pour it on, let it sit for a little bit. Treat it with cold water. Put on your pre-treating solution, your stain fighting solution. Pour that on, let it sit for a little bit, give it a little scrub, and then let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes, and then rinse it with cold water. And if it doesn't come out, then try that again. If that doesn't come out, then you can try using a little bit of the vinegar and by itself and see if that helps, or try the peroxide. So Khadija got some paint on her dress and she's trying to get that out. Paint is very difficult. And when I get paint on clothing, I try to get the paint rinsed out right away, because even most paint that you use, it'll wash out if you can get it out right away, because it's meant to be a soap and water cleanup. But if you don't get that washed out right away, then it can be a challenge. And I hadn't thought about how to get paint out, but let's just see if I can find something that can help us with that. And to get paint out of clothes, it says scrape off as much excess dry paint as possible. And then you can use a spoon or a dull knife or something like that. And then you want to flush the backside of the stain with warm running water. And with most paint, they come off with soap and water cleanup if you do it right away. So again, you want to try to flush it with the warm running water, and then dab at it from the backside so that you can kind of push and lift the stain up. And then step 3 would be to saturate the stain with a mixture of detergent, warm water, and see if that helps. And then rinse and repeat before you put it in the dryer. So now you say you've already put it in the dryer, so whether or not you can get that stain out now, I don't know. You can try the steps again, scrubbing it and seeing what happens. And you might need to go with an actual stain remover to see if that helps. You can also try a non-acetone nail polish remover, hairspray, or rubbing alcohol. And again, rubbing alcohol, hairspray, or like a non-acetone nail polish remover on that area, and see if that gets it out. Because, what is nail polish but some kind of a paint? So that's something to consider trying, and we'll see if that helps, Khadija. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Cal, it's not too late for you to try that. So when you get off the show tonight, go ahead, grab that shirt right away, and then wet it with cool water, and then put the your stain fighting solution on it, pour it directly on it, and then you can either try to blot it with put a towel, a white towel or cloth underneath it, and then just kind of blot it like that, and then keep blotting at it to see if it lifts it, and rinse it, and then repeat it as necessary before you put it in the dryer. So Anonymous Informer says that he's or she has a thin light fabric pink shirt with a chocolate smudge on it, and he's going to try this. I've got a video too on how to get chocolate stains out, but this works. I use the same thing, the vinegar, the Dawn, and the water to get the chocolate out, and it does work. But I will link my video in the description box later on this evening on how to get chocolate stains out, and I've got one on how to get barbecue stains out. But you follow the process that I'm talking about tonight. So Khadija said she used the Dawn on the paint stain, but she didn't get it all out. So that's the thing. If you didn't get it all out, then what you want to do is try to treat it again. So try to go with your rubbing alcohol, some hairspray, or some non-acetone nail polish remover. Put that on it, let it sit for a little bit, and then rewash it and see if that's helpful. Now, she said she's bought Fels Naphtha. It's supposed to be natural but effective. I have heard of it, and I actually have bought some. I bought it so that I can make my own laundry detergent, but I have not done that yet. So it's still in the box. So I have not used it yet, but I know a lot of people do use it, and they like it quite well. Oh, and Khadija is reminding everyone to hit the like button. Please do that. I need those likes. That would be very helpful. Megan is here. No problem, Megan. We're just glad you're here. So Megan says she doesn't get near as many stains since she's quit using detergent. So Megan, I'd be interested to know, what are you using if you're not using detergent? Are you using soda or vinegar to do your laundry in? Let's see. The Fels Naphtha, I think it's supposed to be pretty good. So, Khadija, I'm not going to say it's not. Don't go ahead and try it and let us know what you think about it. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. So, you guys are talking about something else. Okay, okay. Oh, I see. So Megan says that she's thinking that maybe the detergent was causing problems with her teens, but I'm wondering, what are you using to do your laundry with now if you're not using detergent? Okay. Okay, so Megan said she just lets the water do the work. Okay, just puts the water in, just let them suds up and down. All right. Certainly much cleaner. Yeah, certainly much cleaner from that perspective. Okay, let's see if I have everything that I wanted to share with you guys. I talked about making a paste with baking soda and a little warm water. Scrub it into fresh stains. And of course, don't forget your dish soap is always a good one. And then I brought up a couple of things that I have at home that I also use. And these are products that you can purchase. So before we get to the products that you can purchase, I want to make sure I've covered all the natural products you already have. So we've talked about the baking soda, and you can make a paste with the baking soda on a stain that's difficult. You could use it on some grease stains if you have to, but you can certainly make a paste with the baking soda and use that on a lot of different things. And then, of course, you can make your stain fighting solution with your Dawn and your vinegar and water. You're using equal parts. So 2 teaspoons or 2 ounces Dawn, 2 ounces vinegar, 2 ounces water, that kind of thing. You can also use rubbing alcohol, particularly to lift things like wine, stuff like that. You can use rubbing alcohol for that. Now, if you're looking at purchase products, things that you can purchase include this one, and this is a sports stain remover. It's called Routine Clean CLR Sports Stain Remover, and it also fights odor. So this would be something that I think would really be useful in the summertime when you're trying to wash those baseball uniforms. I remember trying to keep those things clean. So that's something that you might want to consider using. Is this? It helps to get you can use them on sports uniforms, equipment, carpet, and furniture, and those kind of things. But certainly, you can use these on your baseball uniforms for your kids that are playing Little League and that kind of thing. The other product that I almost always have at home is our Borax. your 20 mule team borax, and it is a great laundry additive to help fight stains. So it enhances the cleaning power of your laundry detergent. You can use it as an alternative to color safe bleach. And it's gentle enough for your delicates, but strong enough for your carpets and your rugs. And when you look at all the different things that it is supposed to do, it is a detergent booster, multi-purpose household cleaner, helps remove stains, and neutralizes odors. So if you're having a problem with urine stains, urine odor, things like that, the borax and also your vinegar and your baking soda can help with that. And this is probably something that many people have in their home, and that's just a little Clorox bleach pen. Some people carry it in just like a little kit they might have in their car or something like that, diaper bag or whatever, to help treat stains right away. But certainly you want to have one in your home that you can use. And I'm thinking for the most part, you're going to want to use it on some things that are color safe. And I can't read all the instructions that are on it right now. And that is sticky because it was in the basin with that other stuff. And then this is one that I really like to use when I am trying to work on ring around the collar on my husband's white shirts. I like this Max Force Oxiclean. And the way I use it is you turn it upside down, and let's say here's the collar. You just kind of dab it up and down on there like that. Give it a little scrub, let it sit, and it is really very helpful. I have been trying to use more natural products, so I've been using my combination Dawn and vinegar and water quite a bit now. And since he's not working that same job anymore, I don't have quite as many white shirts to wash, so it's not as much of a problem, but it is very useful. Now, the other things that I have in here is this bottle of Paracel Proclean, and this is the original formula. And one of the things that this does, it is great for stain fighting and whitening, and it also rinses pretty clean. So sometimes I will just take a little bit of this and pour it on the stain and use it to pre-treat. I'll pour it on, give it a little scrub, and now let it sit and just soak in some cool water with this additional detergent on it for about, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then I'll launder it as usual. And that usually takes care of the problem. Something else that I will use will be this Clorox bleach. But the problem with Clorox bleach, the problem with chlorine bleach, I should say, is that they can tend to yellow clothes if you use too much. That's number one. Well, number one is probably the clothes have to be color safe. And most colored clothing, such as a red shirt like this or something like that, you put a chlorine bleach on it, you're going to end up with a big blotch probably on your shirt, because most things are not color safe. You would need a non-chlorine bleach for that. And there are many, and I had one downstairs and didn't think to bring it up here. But you can use a chlorine bleach or a non-chlorine bleach to try to help with stain fighting as well. Now, the other things that you guys know that I absolutely love is my OxiClean White Revive. And this OxiClean White Revive is really good as a laundry whitener and stain remover. And it has on the back right there, you can see that little old one there, that is also good for uniforms and that kind of thing. So you can use that on your kids' sports uniforms as well. But they also have a dedicated OxiClean versatile stain remover. I just love these oxygen-based cleaners, and I think they really do a good job. And so I really like using that. And this is in particular to remove stains. Now, you can use it on whites. You can use it on colors. You can use it on tablecloths as well as on uniforms and on other surfaces. But of course, you're going to follow manufacturer's instructions. So there's that. So those are the products that I have here for stain fighting. Now take that back. I just got some products from Greenfields. It's a new laundry product that I'm going to try. And they had a stain fighter in it, but I've not tried it. So I couldn't bring it up and show it to you anyway because I've not tried it. I usually only show you guys things that I've tried. Now, this one, this sports stain remover, I have not tried as well. I don't have anybody playing sports now, but I thought I would go ahead and share it with you just because I know some of you do have kids who are playing sports and might want to give it a try. I think the price was nominal. It was like under $5 or at least under $7. So I thought it was worth it to kind of pick up and we can give that a try. All right. Let's see what people are saying that they like to use. Let's see. Okay. So Khadija said she makes her own laundry soap or soap nut. And they also use wool dryer balls. I use wool dryer balls too, but I also have some regular like bounce dryer sheets that I use from time to time. But you said you need to find natural stain removers to be all natural because your kids' clothes are hard to keep clean. Yes, children's clothing is really very difficult. So that's why I wanted to talk about using the natural products like the vinegar and the Dawn dishwashing liquid, or you can use your baking soda, because I take that back. Your Dawn is not a natural product, but the vinegar, the rubbing alcohol, those kinds of things would be, and the baking soda. You can certainly use the baking soda on the stains to do that. You can also use it to clean your oven too. So consider it from that perspective and let us know how that works out. And Khadija, I think the biggest thing that you can think about when it comes to washing kids' clothes and being all natural is treating any stains that they get right away. Now, you're out somewhere, you can't take the dress off the little girl or the shirt off the boy and start soaking it, but you could maybe carry a pen, a laundry pen, somewhere in your diaper bag or something like that, and then treat it while you're out. Or if you had a little bottle of like soda water or something like that that you could dab the stain with while you're out, or just plain old cold water, and then as soon as you get home, soak it in cold water and then go from there. I think the hardest part for stain removal with most people is that they fail to pre-treat or they fail to soak. They let the stain sit too long, and then it becomes more difficult to get out. Let's see, where was I at? So Megan said she used to use vinegar in each load, but she doesn't do that anymore. I use vinegar in my towels because it helps to soften. And you can use vinegar with jeans and different things like that because it will also help to brighten clothing. But I will definitely use it in my towels because there's, helps to get rid of any product, that residue that might be left from the laundry detergent. And then Megan uses peroxide for blood. Yeah, that's a big thing. You pour the peroxide on and then just kind of blot and dab to try to get that out. And then you can kind of, if that doesn't get it out right away, then you keep treating it until it's out. And you can use any dish soap, but Dawn seems to work the best for grease fighting. Yeah, alcohol, hairspray, acetone, that non-acetone kind of nail polish remover is supposed to work on ink as well. No, Borax is not just for whites. Borax is a laundry detergent booster. You can use it in any load. So Borax is not just for whites. You add a half a cup of Borax to every load along with your regular detergent. It helps to enhance their cleaning power. It's a nice alternative to a color safe bleach. It just kind of helps to brighten things like that. And you can even use it on your delicates. Did not sound like a commercial right there. So no, borax is not just for whites. You can use borax on just about everything. So Khadija said she has borax and washing soda, and they're really cheap. I bought some Millie's washing soda. No, Nellie's washing soda. It was like a big 25-pound bucket of that, and I've still got some to use. And the problem with me and washing soda or laundry detergent is I'll get some and I'll use it for a while, and then I'll try a new one. So I've just finished up a trial of True Earth. I used it for about the last 2 months, and I absolutely loved it. I'm going to be doing that review pretty soon, and I gave away some of it as the gifts from my launch week. But I really like that. The clothes came out smelling so nice and fresh. Now, the only issue that I had with the True Earth is that if you have a stain, you don't have something that you can dab on or rub. Now, once you put it in the water and it's what I would do is I would maybe tear a strip in half or into thirds, and I would put some of that third into a bucket of cold water. Then I would soak my item in that, give it a scrub, and then I could use it as a stain remover that way. Or I would use my little Dawn and vinegar and water stain solution to get any stains out. But other than that, I had no complaints about that. So Cal said she's used the Clorox pen. She likes those. Shout spray. I used to have shout spray, but I think when I used it up, I just didn't replace it because I have so much other stuff. I'm trying to reduce the amount of product that I have in my laundry area. But in my laundry lab, I'm always trying something new because I'm not married to any of those laundry products. I will try something new in a minute because I want to share anything new that I find with all of you. And so I just don't have any more shout spray right now. I do like the Clorox pens. They're nice, particularly if you're away from home, but I don't use them as much now as I did at one time. I'm using more the vinegar and Dawn solution for that. Uh, Spray and wash is another really good stain remover. I used to use that, Tammy. It is a good stain remover. You spray it on, let it spray it on to let the garment get wet, and then you give it a little scrub, and then you let it sit for a bit, and then launder it as usual, and it usually works pretty good. You've never heard of spray and wash? That's a pretty it's a pretty old detergent. You should be able to find spray and wash almost anywhere. So there's lots of comments about the Fels naphtha. I'm going to have to do a little bit of research of that so that I have the science on it, because I really don't have the science on the Fels naphtha. I've not used the one that I purchased yet. So I will look into it, and then I'll bring that back to you guys and find out what's what. But yeah, you should be able to find the spray and wash at any big box store. Kroger, Walmart, Meijer, anywhere should probably carry it. Yes, borax and washing soda helps color stay vibrant. The other thing you can think about if you're trying to get things whitened is to hang things out on the line. Okay, so yeah, white clothes, white shirts, different things like that. White sheets, if you hang them on the line, the sunlight helps to brighten and whiten them. And then inversely, you can hang your colored clothes out there on the line. If you leave those kind of things out there a long time, well, they're not going to be out there that long that you're going to have to worry about the color fading. But the sunlight is responsible for fading colors. Let's say you have a quilt on a bed and the sun is always coming in and hitting it in a certain place. The sun can fade some of the colors there. So that's why we say the sun can serve as a brightener. But any colored clothes that you put out on the line are not going to be out there long enough for the sun to address those. So now we're back to talking about blood. Let's see, I'm missing something. Let me back up for a minute. L. Robinson said she just bought OxyClean and she likes it. I really like OxyClean. I really do. I love it. You can see I've got the OxyClean stain remover. I've got the OxyClean White Revive. And then I've got the OxyClean gel stick. So yeah, I like OxyClean. I also had some OxyClean laundry detergent and it was very good as well. Power washer on the kids' T-ball pants for grass stains. I can't address that. So how to get stains out of panties? She says she throws them away because she didn't know. Well, you're going to need there. If you're talking about blood stains from your period, then you're going to need to soak those in cold water right away. So soak them in cold water. And if you need to, you can pour some laundry detergent over those areas. But, they're blood stains. So you're looking at protein-based stains. So that's pretty much what you need to do. OxyClean is really good on organic stains like blood, berries, grass stains, chocolate, and coffee. So yeah, that's why I like OxyClean. Ooh, I got the lid off of this. I've been throwing this thing around so much. The lid almost came off. I have OxyClean all over my... Yes. But these kind of things can help you address blood stains. So yeah, you can consider using some of those. But Table for 9 says OxyClean spray stick or gel stick is amazing on all organic stains like blood, berries, grass stains, chocolate, and coffee. So you can try those. So Cal, tell your friend to put the underwear in a bucket of cold water. Well, before she even puts it in a bucket of cold water, run cold water over it in the sink in the bathroom, and then give it a little scrub, and then put it in the bucket of cold water and with some laundry detergent and let it sit, for a few hours or overnight, and then launder it as usual. There's the spray and wash that they were talking about earlier. Oh, thank you, Khadija. I appreciate that. Cold water and peroxide for blood. If they're tough, I have also rinsed them out with baking soda and lemon essential oil. I forgot about lemon juice is good as a stain remover, as a whitener and a brightener. And another is peroxide in cold water. If that doesn't work, trash. Yeah, that's the thing. So if she's, for her menstrual period, she's got to get those panties soaked in cold water right away. And then get them soaked right away. Try to use either some detergent. You can use some baking soda. You can go with the peroxide. You can go with laundry detergent, and get with them right away. If you let them sit, then it's going to be harder to get them out, particularly because most underwear or most panties that most ladies have a cotton crotch, and that cotton just seems to absorb that blood. So that's part of the problem. And they have the cotton crotch to help with the kind of discharge and different things like that women have. And I know I'm getting a little bit indelicate here. I hope we don't have any men on tonight, but we're talking laundry and this is real. So that's where we are. So Cal said until her daughter got the hang of things, she replaced all of her underwear and then taught her, how to use the peroxide. Okay. Khadija, that's a good suggestion too. Wearing black panties during menstruation and not cotton because, like I said, cotton, it absorbs. But the thing about polyester or spandex is that they're not as breathable. So, and you need to have as much air in that area as possible. So you can tend to get more problems with yeast infections and things like that if you don't have cotton underwear. That's why there's cotton crotches and things like that in most ladies' underwear. I saw Zout at Menards just yesterday, and I thought, Zout, never heard of that. I had not seen it, and I'm not familiar with it, but I'll have to give that a try. I was thinking for some reason that Zout was more for hard surfaces, but I'll have to find out. I don't know anything about those period panties, and I get lots of contacts from different people wanting me to promote their period cups or period panties and all that kind of thing. Well, obviously, I am well past that point in my life, so I don't know anything about those. I guess I should look into it though, so that I'm prepared to address it. So I will check that out. So cloth pads, soak them in warm water before the wash. You shouldn't have to worry. And yeah, there's lots of people, particularly a lot of women that do homesteads, that believe in using natural products for that time of the month. So using those cloth pads, soak them in warm water before you wash them. I guess I would have thought soaking them in cold water, but since you're using that method, you ought to know. So soaking them in warm water before you wash them, and that should help release that. So Megan said she used cool water and baking soda in her soak container when she was using cloth pads, and would also soak her cup in peroxide occasionally. So Tammy soaked her cloth diapers in borax, and they were white as snow, and then hung them on the line. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Borax and hanging them on the line. Well, not only will it do the trick in regards to keeping them white, getting rid of odor, but and stains, but also will help to get rid of odor. Heck, everybody used pens at the time. Khadija, you're young. Where was that? Let me see. Oh, here, Khadija says, did you use pens then? Yes, Khadija, you are a young mom, but back in the day when everybody used cloth diapers, I remember when, oh my God, that's just showing you guys how old I am. Cal, don't have a heart attack over there. But when we were young and had babies, everybody used cloth diapers, and Pampers and Huggies and all those things were just becoming more and more prominent. But now one of the biggest items in the landfill is disposable diapers. You either had diaper service or you wash those diapers out yourself at home. And there was ways to keep them white, trying to reduce odor and all of that. And then gradually everyone just went to disposable diapers. And that's what most people use today. But you will find those moms that are very, very environmentally concerned that will still use cloth diapers. And then you have to use a special solution to soak them in and to keep them white and all that kind of thing. But yeah, diaper pens was a must. And plastic pants. Oh my goodness, Tammy, remember plastic pants? Heck, it was almost like putting a shower cap on the babies, and they weren't, I didn't think they were very comfortable. And after you washed them so many times, the plastic got kind of hard. However, as we talk about this, one of the things that one of the ladies asked me about today when I was asking about what are your laundry dilemmas, she said, when people come to visit with babies that are wearing pull-ups or diapers, and you set them down on an area like on the sofa or on the bed, and then they soak through the diapers. Now they've got they've got urine stains and urine odor on their bedding. So one of the things that I suggested to her was that you want to make sure you have a mattress pad on the bed for families that come to visit with little ones. You want to have mattress pads on your bed anyway, but you might want to have a double mattress pad on those that are coming with little ones to visit, so that in case, there is a urine stain or something like that, it's on the mattress pad and not on your mattress. And you can throw that mattress pad in the wash without any problem. And if you're concerned about odor sometimes with urine, you can also use ammonia, sudsing ammonia, to help get that out as well. But remember, when you're washing and you're trying to work with stains and odors and that kind of thing, you don't want to mix different products. You can mix vinegar and water, or you can do vinegar maybe and a little baking soda, but that's it. Not vinegar and bleach or vinegar and ammonia or anything like that. Don't mix anything with anything other than vinegar and water, or you can use baking soda and a little water. But other than that, you might come up with some chemical combination that could prove to be very unhealthy. So please, 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 please don't mix any of your chemicals like ammonia or peroxide or bleach or, you know, or anything like that. Don't mix any of that stuff together. Okay. So Khadija says that she loves cloth, but it was more work. Her mom tried it, but didn't like it. And so she went with probably disposable. Tammy says it was a lot of work, but they were poor. Well, we had cloth diapers because that's what people had. And then as we started to get more, and the big thing was getting diaper service, because if you had almost everybody used cloth diapers. But then if you could afford it, you used diaper service so that the diaper service would come out. All you had to do was throw the diapers in the diaper pail and the diaper service would come out. They would pick up that bag of dirty diapers and give you a stack of clean diapers and take them away, and you didn't have to worry about it. If you could afford it. If you couldn't afford it, you had to wash your own diapers, which meant that you'd have to put a solution in your pail to kind of help address the odor of the urine. And then you had to wash diapers daily because you didn't want to let that sit, because then you'd really have odors in the house. So Khadija said she heard you always wash in the same temperature as the stain was created. I've not heard that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just have not heard that particular statement. I always tend to try to soak the stains in cool water first and then go from there. Hot water tends to set the stains, but then you did say warm water and not hot. So there is a difference, but I've not heard that. So Khadija said she used Thirsties, which I'm not sure what that was, but she said her son was chubby and their fit was the best. Plus they're made in the US. Well, your baby's not chubby now. I saw him in one of your videos and I don't think he's chubby now. Plastic pants, they aren't called that anymore. Well, what are they called? If they aren't called plastic pants, what are they called? I can't imagine what they'd be called. So tell me, if they're not plastic pants, what are they? So Taper for 9 says, the gel beads on her baby's bum from the paper diapers. Sometimes babies did break out from those paper diapers, the disposable diapers. Oh, she said they're called covers. Plastic pants sound so funny. Well, that's what they called them, was plastic pants. I never heard them called covers before. So you put plastic pants on them over the diaper, and then you had some, like for the girls, you had some kind of cute little cloth pants or that would go on top of those, so that under their dress you would see that and it would be something cute. I think I mentioned not to put peroxide in with any of that other stuff. Don't mix any of those chemical combinations together. But covers does sound more delicate than plastic pants, I suppose, but that's what we called them. So the covers you've seen are waterproof, just cute. I'm used to plastic pants, and then you have a cover on top of the plastic pants that's attractive. But today's moms would know because, like I said, it's been a minute since I've had to visit that area of the shopping center. Diaper covers. Pull-on covers by Bummies. Oh, how cute. Pull-on covers by Bummies. Okay. Okay. All right. So, gosh, we've covered quite a bit of conversation tonight. Let me make sure that I've got everything. Oh, let's see. I think I covered all of my notes. So we talked about strawberry stains, flushing it with cool water, tablespoon of white vinegar, and your liquid detergent and cool water, that kind of thing. We got that. Blueberry stains, you're going to be doing the same thing. And you can also use vinegar by itself too. You can just put the vinegar right for perspiration, odors, and stains under the arm. That's one of the things that a lot of people would ask about, would be under the white shirts, they would have the perspiration stains or stains from the deodorant and the combination of body oils under the arms. And so with the white shirts, you would see a yellow coloration under the arms. And so one of the things that you can do with that is to use white vinegar, distilled white vinegar under the arms, and you would pour it on from the inside of the shirt, so that you're affecting the area that's most addressed by that, and just put it on every time you wash the shirt, or those kinds of things. And then you can also consider putting it on the area, giving it a little scrub, letting it sit, or also letting them soak. And you can make a stain fighting solution with baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate. And you use 4 tablespoons of baking soda with 1/4 cup of water. It makes a general stain remover. And you can use it as a paste on perspiration stains under the arm. So again, make that little paste. And baking soda is white. So you make a paste with a little additional water. Put it on the fabric under the arms, rub it on there, let it sit for a little bit. Or you can put it on the collar as well. And then wash it as usual. You can also use it to help clean cloth diapers. If the stains are really bad, you might need to let the baking soda paste sit for about 3 or 4 hours before you throw them in the wash. Let's see. And I've got a video on how to get ring around the collar, how to take care of ring around the collar, how to get juice stains out of baby clothes, how to get chocolate stains out of clothes, and how to wash men's work clothes and all of that. And most of it, I repeat some of what we talked about tonight with the laundry detergent. No, not the laundry detergent, but the Dawn dishwashing liquid as a degreaser, your vinegar and your water to really kind of help not only soften, but to clean the clothing. And I've gotten quite a few comments back from people saying this really works. So consider that. And let's see. And the biggest thing is that when you do the wash, if it comes out and the stain's still there, you want to treat it, scrub it, soak it, go through the whole 9 yards all over again. And you want to continue to do that until the stain is gone. Because once you put it in the dryer, it may set. All right, I think we have covered everything. Hi, Felicia. Good to have you with us. Let's see. Is it safe to add baking soda and peroxide to white clothes for whitening to replace Clorox? Yes, you could add baking soda or you could add peroxide, but I don't think you want to add baking soda and peroxide, because you might get a reaction, a chemical reaction that's not good. But let me just check. Yeah, I'm thinking no, but I could be wrong. But yeah, you can. to make a toothpaste, so to speak, you can mix a few teaspoons of baking soda in a dish with a small amount of peroxide, and you can use that, make it into a little bit of a paste. You can use that to whiten teeth. Um, but however, baking soda and hydrogen peroxide do make a good cleaning combination. So you can use baking soda and peroxide together. However, other chemicals, you don't want to do that, and it's generally not advised. But baking soda and hydrogen peroxide can be mixed together. I think while we're talking about that, let me just find this thing I seen earlier about chemicals, products not to mix. Because it can be quite harmful. Um, so when you look at those cleaning products that you should not mix, so you should not mix baking soda and vinegar, hydrogen peroxide and vinegar, ammonia and bleach, vinegar and bleach, bleach and rubbing alcohol. You should not mix any of those things together. Vinegar and Castile soap. So if you are in doubt, Google it. If you're in doubt, Google it. If you're in doubt, Google it. So baking soda and vinegar, that kind of thing, no. So was that part helpful? So, and of course, you don't, well, we're not talking about toilet bowl cleaners and that kind of thing, but you don't mix any of that kind of stuff together. But bleach and vinegar can create chlorine gas, which can lead to coughing, breathing problems, burning, and watery eyes. It can be lethal. Bleach and ammonia, again, can cause some kind of a chlorine gas, so you really don't want to mix that together. Bleach and rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, and vinegar. So please, please, please don't mix those things together. So now, as I said earlier, if in doubt, Google it. So can you mix the baking soda and peroxide to whiten clothes? Yes. But anything else, don't mix it. Great question, Yara. Great question. Beth is saying hi. A lot of them are talking about the diapers. The moms started talking about using cloth diapers and that kind of thing. And yeah, it was something we did. Yeah, I found an article about things that you shouldn't mix. I'll make myself a note to link that article about things you should not mix. Uh, Hi, Rhonda. Good to have you here. All right. Let me just say also that with Father's Day coming up, Memorial Day just finished, and we were out grilling, and my husband was wearing one of the new aprons that I have for men. So several of you have asked, am I going to have any aprons for men in the Aprondiva boutique? And yes, I do. And I believe Mickey Blue Skies will have those available for you to see. So if you want to check me out tonight, you can check out Aprondiva, and you can see the unisex aprons that we have in for Father's Day. Now, I'm saying unisex because, of course, anything men have, if we want to wear it, we can. So, they're unisex, but they're actually men's aprons. So I've got some in the shop, so you guys can check those out. So take a look at those. And be sure to visit our sponsor, coldest water, because they have been kind enough to give us a 10% off discount if you choose to buy something. And they do a giveaway every week, and they give away some really cool things. So I encourage you guys to check them out. And I've been using this water bottle a lot lately, now that I've started out in the garden. So I've been using that quite a bit. And then also, I want to remind you guys about my 2 challenges that are coming up. It is the, on Monday, June 7th, is the Summer Kitchen Vignette Challenge. And it is where you decorate a little portable tray with some kind of a summer floral, something with words on it, anything that speaks of summer to you, and you put it together to have just a little bit of pretty, a little bit of summer decor in your kitchen. And it's got to be on a tray because it's got to be portable, because you can't leave it on the table or leave it on the counter because you might need that space for prep or whatever. So there's that. And then I also invite you to jump in on my Me and Lacey from Lacey's Space Container Garden Challenge. Lacey and I have hosted this Container Garden Challenge together for the last 3 years. And it's a lot of fun. You create a container garden using anything that you want, any kind of container, as many containers as you want. I came up with my container finally today. I was on my way home. I had gone to visit Mickey Blue Skies, and I was on my way home, and I saw it in somebody's trash. And I turned my car around and went and got this thing out of the trash. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but I told Mickey Blue Skies what I did, and she was like, what? She's like, what are you getting out of people's trash? You'll just have to see. So there's that. And I will put the details about that. I'll put the details about those 2 challenges in the description box as well. But also, I'll be putting a post up on the on my channel with the list of collabs that I have. Let's see. You saw Mary on her apron. You love the one with before on it. You love the one with what on it? I don't have any to say before, but you saw Mary. Mary's got she's got the crisp, the one with the tomatoes and the rosemary and the herbs, which is just perfect for her. And then Rhonda said she just received hers today, and thanks, and nice packaging and encouraging note. Khadija, I've been meaning to ask you, what was your apron note? Because we do, hopefully we have a very nice encouraging note inside. And Rhonda, what was your note? We're hoping it was the perfect note for you, because we say you don't choose the note chooses you. So the notes go in randomly, but we're hoping that it's what you needed. And we know that so often homemakers don't often feel as validated or as priceless as they are. So the notes are meant to be encouraging, something that you would save and you would keep in your planner. Like, for example, I got my planner here. This is the one that I use for house stuff. And like in my little, I've got like a little folder here in here that I keep different little notes and things like that. And I would keep my apron notes in there, or I might put it on the refrigerator on the bulletin board. So what was your notes for those of you guys that got a note? Oh, Tammy planted a mint plant. Tammy, I hope you put it in a container, because mint will take over your garden. If you didn't put it in a container, go dig it up and put it in a container. Unless, of course, you want a yard full of mint, but I don't think you do, because mint will get away from you. But yes, so I'm glad you got that mint plant planted. And they're so good to make cool drinks with for summer or to cook with. And yes, she had veggies on. It had tomatoes and mushrooms and rosemary and other things like that. So Tammy, tell us more about your mint. And then Rhonda, tell us about your apron note. What did your note say? Oh, good. So Tammy said she did put it in a container. Good, because if you didn't, whew, I've got lemon balm growing some of everywhere. I didn't realize when I planted that lemon balm that it was spread, and lemon balm is part of the mint family, but it does smell good. So I have to just dig it up but it smells really good. And if you kind of brush your hands over it. So, okay, Tammy, so now you'll have to cook something with it. All right, well, I think that is all. I don't want to keep you guys on just to keep you guys on. But like I said, be sure to check out our sponsor. And I don't have the link. Be sure to check out our sponsor. The links are in the description box below. And I think that's it. Cal, have you planted your herbs yet? I know you do a little bit of cooking. So have you planted your herbs yet? All right. Oh, you got your mint plant from a yard sale and put it in a pretty blue container. Great. I've got a blue container that I've had for years. And one year it cracked I left it out in the winter. And so my husband glued it back together. But I haven't put anything in it yet, but I will. I think blue pots just look so nice in the garden. Okay, let's see. Oh, nope, Rhonda. That's the back of your card. So what's on the other side of your card, of your apron note? Yeah, that's the back of your apron note. So whereas this is true, it is an art and a science, and you can be a homemaker even if you're not married. But what does the front of your apron note say? And I don't have any up here with me, so I can't tell you what they are. But you know what, though? That particular part, though, must have been very meaningful to you and hopefully to everyone. We really wanted the apron notes to be like a special message, a special gift from a sister or a good friend, to be uplifting and encouraging. So now what's on the other side of that apron note? I'd like to know. And hey, Felicia Pillow, good to see you. Oh, so Cal, what don't you know how to show me? Did you plant something, Cal? Cal, did you plant something? Oh, Rhonda's note said you have permission to take care of yourself. That's your note, that you have permission to take care of yourself. And that's on the front of your card. So now I'm hoping it was perfect for you. I know for me, that would have been the perfect note for me, because I'm always running around trying to take care of everybody else. And my husband has to remind me, babe, just sit down. Babe, you need to rest. You need to take care of yourself. So if you're always caring for other people, sometimes you have to be reminded as homemakers to take care of yourself. So hopefully that was a good message for you. But if not, then the message on the back was, oh, your herb. Just take a picture and email it to me, because I know your daughter's got my email address and you should have it too. So just email me your picture. Okay. All right. Well, ladies, I think we've covered everything. I don't want to keep you guys just to have you guys on here. I like to have a reason for it. Let me make sure I've covered everything on my notes. I mentioned the herb pot challenge, the container garden challenge. So for my question of the day, what I want you guys to do is I'm asking you, what are your laundry challenges? Because I'm thinking about what are the new laundry lab videos I need to make. I haven't been in the laundry lab lately, so I thought today was a time to get in here and we could talk about the stains of summer. But what are your challenges, your laundry challenges? So tell me in the chat box or leave me a comment so that I can think about what are some of the laundry videos that I need to make for the future. That's number one. Also, my last video was a collaboration that I did with the Minimal Mom and some other ladies, and it was a mega motivation kitchen decorating declutter. Please check that video out. It was a lot of fun doing that. I was like going through a warp speed, doing a quick declutter here and there. So be sure and check that out. I did mention the Container Garden Challenge and the Summer Kitchen Vignette Challenge, which I will put in the description box. And I'm working on my video, Say Yes to the Dress. And I will say I'm totally stealing some of the ideas from Khadija, because I really liked how you did some of your videography outside. I just can't get good photos or images of myself in the house long form. I don't know. It could just be me, but I don't seem to have good lighting in different places to try to get pictures of, a whole picture of me in a dress. So I have been working on what I wore in a week. I decided to kind of tweak it a little bit. So I'm working on a video called Say Yes to the House Dress, and hopefully I can get that done in the next week or so. And I've already missed the deadline for the outside porch and patio cleanup. I've got that video in progress. I just need to finish editing that. And I'm asking you to be sure and check out Aprondiva for your next apron purchase, and be sure to check out our sponsor. And I think that's it. So Rhonda says chocolate and blueberry stains are challenging for her. So I do have a video on how to get out chocolate stains, but I will work on a video for blueberry stains. And Rhonda says that her apron note was perfect because she's all about self-care now. So I'll have to tell Mickey Blue Sky. She's not on tonight. She's not feeling well, guys. So if you guys could send up some prayers and good vibes for her. She's, had a little bit of a struggle this week. Actually, she was in the hospital yesterday and I brought her home. So she may not appreciate me telling everybody, but she always appreciates prayers. So send up some good prayers for her. So, okay, cooking grease stains. I will. And if I think about it, I think I do have a video about that, but I probably need to do another one. The problem, Shanna, with cooking grease stains is that the grease and the smells kind of get embedded in the fibers of the garment, and you got to figure out a way to release that. So I remember there was once one person that sent me a message that said their clothes always smelled like a French fry. They worked at McDonald's or somewhere like that, and even when they did their laundry, they'd be fine when they first came out, but then later on they would go back to smelling the same way. So I'll try to find that video and link it below, but I'll do another one in that regard as well. Grease stains. Look like there's a trend here. Grease stains, grease stains. Okay, so I'll do that. Tammy enjoyed the discussion. This was a fun discussion. Even though we did get a little bit indelicate, but as ladies, it's not indelicate for us. That's what we do and what we have to be concerned about. I mean, I was watching the video once. I showed it in my class, and it was about the nurses were in Vietnam and some other places, and they were caring for different people doing different things. And one of the nurses said, well, we as nurses and we are women are always doing that dirty, nasty cleanup. And we are. I mean, if you think about it, you're cleaning up after a baby, you're changing diapers, you got pee, you got poop, you're handling your own menstrual cycle, so you've got blood and that kind of thing there. Somebody's sick, they vomit, have diarrhea, whatever. Those are things that intimate care. We do that all the time. So we don't see it as a problem, but for others or men, it can be a little bit indelicate. I don't talk about this kind of stuff to my husband. He gets real squeamish, but yeah. Baking soda, if you can catch it quickly, baking soda can sum up some of the grease. Yeah. Yep, we are, Tammy. That's what we do. Well, all right, ladies. This has been a good discussion. And, now this is off the subject. We're done with our topic, so I just want to ask you guys your thoughts. But I've got to find a new uniform for in the laundry lab. Because, typically when I'm in the laundry lab, I wear my blue plaid shirt and my jeans. And that's just my laundry lab uniform. I don't know how it came about, but it just turned out that whenever I was doing a laundry lab video, I had on that plaid shirt and jeans. And before that, I had on a green plaid shirt and my jeans. Well, now that I mostly don't wear jeans or pants on video, I need to find something different. So I'll do that. I'll have to find something different for that. Oh, Yeah, Megan, when I do a laundry video, I say I'm in the laundry lab. So if you look at my videos where I talk about how to get out the chocolate stains, how to get men's white shirts white, when I'm addressing baby clothes and all of those, I'm in the laundry lab, which is that's just what I call it, in the laundry lab, when I'm doing a laundry based video. So I would always have on that plaid shirt and jeans. So now I have to figure out. I've got a jean skirt. So Khadija talks about, what about a jean skirt with that top? And I do have a jean skirt too. But guys, I have been gaining so much weight since we've been home all this time with COVID and we couldn't leave. I've been eating like crazy. And whereas I've still been doing my yoga, it's not been enough to offset what I've been eating. And then the ice cream and different things like that. So I probably need to find a dress until I can lose a little bit of weight. But yes, I do have a jean skirt. Yeah, I do have a jean skirt. Ha! Now, you know what? Now you're saying I could put on an apron. And the funny thing is, I will wear an apron when I'm doing laundry, when I'm doing my housework, but I don't usually have an apron on when I'm in the laundry lab. That's a specific segment of my channel. And I don't usually wear an apron when I'm in the laundry lab. So that's interesting. I'm usually just kind of talking. I have B-roll, whatever. But we'll have to see. I have to come up with something else. But yeah, my blue jean skirt. I'll get it out. Hopefully I can still fit into it. Yeah. Cal, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. There's this new video that I saw. It was a video series. Some women were doing it, and it was meant to help them lose weight. So that's kind of cool. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to say good night. We can go on another conversation for the longest time and just chat about, just to be chatting. And I love doing that because, I don't see a lot of women on a day-to-day basis. So I really look forward to talking to you guys on Thursday night. So that's a lot of fun. But I hear the hubby has made his way into the bedroom. So I guess I better be getting off and saying good night. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Yes, thank you, Rana, for praying for Mickey Blue Skies, guys. She does need those prayers. Good night.